it's really made the whole process really easy. The thought of going back to college as a single mom was really overwhelming. And so the people here, Nathan and Hannah, they really have done a really wonderful job of helping get me all the resources I needed. They're very quick to respond. It's local here in my community, so I don't have to make the drive all the way over to main campus. So that's super helpful. And I mean, they were even helpful at getting my scheduling ready, helping me, make sure I understood how to order books, just all the little minute details that can really feel like big tasks when they all pile up. They really have helped in the journey of just making sure that I'm set up to really succeed, and they're always here to answer questions. They have just been really, really wonderful to help me get going on the journeys.
The correspondence with teachers and students, it was nice to be able to have access to a tutor when I had questions. Every now and then there might have been something that I didn't understand in a class, and I could just call the tutoring person and they could help me figure out whatever problems I had, and that was nice for me.
It was just, everyone was pretty helpful because it definitely felt like they wanted me to come here. It wasn't like, oh, I have to help this person, I have to do this. It was like, oh, what do you need? What can we do for you? And not just, oh, I have to do this for you.
It's definitely being able to have help at the drop of a dime. If I'm at home, I have computer issues or printing issues, I can come right up here or message somebody and have all my questions answered. I went to a previous college out of town, and it was kind of hard to not have people close by to figure things out. So it's definitely been a very good attribute.
Luckily, I've hardly paid anything out of pocket with the Pell Grant and the scholarship that I applied for. It's great. It's not been overly long. Even if I had to pay for everything, it was still only a couple of $1,000s relatively to what, when I went to college after school, it was like $20,000 a year. So it's definitely a big difference in price, and it's very convenient.
We were born and raised here in Bucyrus and grew up, went to Winford High School, just having that tight-knit, everybody. So if you need something, you always know you can reach out to them, and you always know you have help somewhere, especially right here in town.
It gives you a little bit more options, especially if there's a lot of CCP kids that come here. There's also, some older learners that I've met here. And so it just feels like a big mix. So it feels like you're not jumping in with a bunch of younger students or a bunch of older students. It makes you feel like you're a little less out of place, kind of more community-based around here, which is nice.
Yeah, I think it's really big. I think it makes it accessible for a lot of people. I know for me it has. Making the drive to campus all the time, it's really hard, and it takes a lot of time, especially when you have children. This place is really key. It makes it so accessible to so many other people. You don't have to go to a big city to get plugged in with the campus. And so all the resources that you need, they're here. They've got the computer lab, you can do printing, all the things you need, it's here. They have even been so kind as to, the main campus offers a food pantry program, and that is something I've had to utilize a couple times this year. They even delivered that here for me. And so even some of those main staple resources that you wouldn't think are available, they really make it accessible here. And it's been a huge help to me and my kids.
I wouldn't be able to go to school without continuing to have some sort of income. It's really, really nice because the way the classes work here and with main campus, I can kind of tailor them to my work schedule really well. So I'm still able to get the hours that I need and still being able to focus on schoolwork as much as possible, which has been great.
Unless you make that next bold step, chances are you're not gonna really see what your potential is. So I would recommend taking that bold step towards your future. And if that includes going to school or going back to school, then so be it. And that can help you in the long run.